Yeah, I'm gonna suffer through this, but I need the caffeine, so.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Jen and this is Fundy Fridays, and here on my channel I talk about different aspects of Christian fundamentalism, American conservative politics, pop culture, and gay stuff. And today we are definitely talking about American conservative Christian pop culture. We are talking about Christian energy drinks.
Some people are saying that we started this energy drink just to make money off of the name and image of God, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Let me tell you why. When we embarked on this journey about a year and a half ago, we felt that God put it on our hearts to specifically preach the gospel through an energy drink.
And this isn't even all of them. I have another one coming tomorrow. And then there, of course, is the highly anticipated Bryce Crawford energy drink called Praise Energy, which is yet to be released. Obviously, I will have to try that. Maybe. Tried a lot of these and,
Not good.
And I'm only kind of joking. I actually don't like energy drinks at all. James is the energy drink fiend.
I knew I would be addicted to these things by the end of the video.
It's like that meme, you drink an energy drink, but you don't decrease your, it doesn't increase your energy, it just raises your heart rate. Not judging anyone, I have plenty of vices, but not to be all, Joseph Smith about it. All I'm trying to say is that you should take caffeine consumption very seriously. I mean, the last thing one of these companies need is for one of these well-meaning Christian kids to get hopped up on one of their drinks, carry one too many chairs at youth group, trying to impress a girl, and their heart explodes. So for reference, we're generally not supposed to exceed 400 milligrams of caffeine a day as an adult human being, according to the FDA. I swear I'll shut up about the caffeine after this. I just wanted to give everyone a base level of knowledge to work from here. Teas and coffees generally range from 25 to 95 milligrams of caffeine, and these are all wildly different sizes. Everyone's favorite Mountain Dew and Coca-Cola products range from 57 to 113 milligrams of caffeine. Actual energy drinks intended for the purposes of consuming large amounts of caffeine, like Monster, Alani, Red Bull, Celsius, and Prime, among many, many others, range from 100 to 200 milligrams. Apparently, Reign and C4 can get up to 300. Which brings us to the very godly energy drinks that we will be talking about today. They generally come in 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine. And I'm not a complete hater. James and I really enjoyed the Yahweh flavors. I just realized how stupid that sounds. Don't name a drink after God, because then you have to talk about drinking him. I guess they already do that, though. Wow. That really says a lot about society. So I bought all of the Christian energy drinks I could find, and I had to sign up for the newsletter for Bryce Crawford's drink because it isn't out yet. It's available for pre-sale now, Jen. The email did just drop this morning, but it really does seem like they all came up with the idea at the same time and then all released them around the same time. Seriously, every single one of these brands claims to be the first Christian energy drink. And at first, I really did believe that it was just some private labeling influencer stunt. I was like, yeah, they probably just throw their name on it and maybe get the name of flavor, and it's just made by Big Soda, right? And it turns out, I don't think that's the case. There are a couple of them that I am suspect that they're made by mysterious mega corporations, but a few of them, especially Agape and Yahweh Energy, you can find the social media pages of the creators behind these drinks. They show you the factory and with their little hairnet on, and they show the behind the scenes. And so I don't know how drink manufacturing works. I've watched a little bit of Shark Tank, but I just don't know. And so I went in thinking that this is going to be one thing, and it turns out to be another. And I didn't really discover anything like evil going on. This is just capitalism. I mean, obviously, besides that. This is just throwing a picture of Jesus onto some crap and selling it to Christians. If that's what they want to do with their money, great. Honestly, it seems like a genius business idea because evangelical Americans love virtue signaling. They don't actually care about living the values of Christianity. They just want some merch. I don't know anything about the creators of these energy drinks. I'm sure they're lovely people. And hey, they took a risk. They went out and created a business. So, what am I complaining about?
Yahweh claims to be the first Christian-themed energy drink, but so does Agape, and so does Heir Lion. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord. Proverbs 12:22. A target demo, those young gym bros.
Engraved in the lid are Bible verses that can help you preach the gospel to someone if you're at the gym, if you're out and about using the Praise Shaker bottle. I'm so excited for this product.
But guys, it's actually evangelism, right? It's actually spreading the gospel. It's an easy way to spread his word because you're drinking your little drink at work. And someone says, oh, what is that? Well, it's Yahweh Energy. Would you like to hear about the good word? Nah, not really. I'm actually just trying to get my lean cuisine and eat in my car. But listen, there's a QR code. Wait while I dig my phone out of my pocket. Sorry, it's actually on the clip on the belt. And we're going to watch as I try to get the camera out and scan it, but it's not going to work. But my phone's cracked, and so it's kind of blurry. And then like the Wi-Fi's down. I didn't. They change the password every day, and it says, where are you going? Come back! It's delicious. The first energy drink I want to talk about today is Heir Lion. As is the case with most of these products, I can't exactly find who created them or where they're manufactured or where they're shipped from. Many of these companies are going to claim that they are the first Christian energy drink, and unless I can see their business records, there's no way to prove that. However, Heir Lion seems to actually be the first, judging by their very first post on social media, which was in August of 2022. All the other companies started popping up around last year. It seems to only be available at one gas station in Florida. Excuse me, sorry. There are 3 locations you can find this drink at. 2 in Jupiter, Florida, and 1 in North Palm Beach, Florida. And you happen to run across one of these drinks at a gas station, please take a picture of it. Because I'm starting to think that it doesn't exist. Because plot twist, I ordered this thing over 2 weeks ago, and they just suddenly decided to not ship it. And I did get my money back, but I'm still wondering, is this energy drink even real?
All right, so here we go. So try the sugar-free, see if it tastes any different. Okay.
They are the only one that actually says that some of their profits go to helping charity. I don't know if it's good or bad. I haven't investigated the organization. I'm giving them more points than the other ones for that because everyone else really was like mission focused and money centered. Please buy my drink. So I checked out their Instagram, and besides all the AI models trying to sell this drink, there's a lot more information about the profits of the sales of this drink going to help missionary efforts.
This is where the mission starts. Every can packed, every shipment is sent out. It's not just energy we're delivering, it's an impact. From right here, we're sending strength all across the world. Drink with purpose.
Some of the advertisement for this drink was in Portuguese, so maybe the reason I hadn't heard of it is because it just wasn't advertised towards me.
Others are pushing you against the kingdom. But wait, we have something better. Introducing Heir Lion, the first Christian energy drink. It's more than a drink. This is a movement. Which side are you on? Tap the link. Subscribe now. Let's take this movement worldwide.
The next one we are going to talk about is Yahweh. No way. Yahweh. Anyway, this one also claims to be the first. However, the first post on social media was 4/20/2025, April 20th, for those who don't celebrate. They are located in West Jordan, Utah. I would never accuse anybody of being a Mormon. It's just a vibe I get. Anytime I hear something's from Utah, my ears perk up.
Hey guys, Armando and Corinne here, founders of Yahweh Energy Drink.
And we just wanted to sit down, introduce ourselves, and answer some questions that we get a lot from people wondering why we started a Christian energy drink. The number one question that we get asked the most is why? Why did we start a Christian energy drink?
I started it because I was a big consumer of Monster energy drink. And every time I would get tired, I remember always telling you, I need a Monster, right? That was like my main thing every single day. I was drinking 2 to 3 a day. And I remember you telling me, stop speaking it into existence. And you say, what you need is Jesus, right? So we laughed it out, and I said, yeah, you're right. Maybe next time I'll just say I need Jesus, right? That was that really got the ball started for us.
She is not kidding about that demonic stuff either. She's claiming that Monster Energy is demonic, Liquid Death is demonic, only her drink is considered godly. But what would I know? I don't use the AI Bible or whatever the hell this is.
We at Drink Yahweh want to help prepare you for this. Jesus said he was going to go to his Father's house, which had many rooms, and he was going to prepare one for you and your kids. Can you imagine what it's going to look like?
The Instagram page of Yahweh Energy Drinks is truly a goldmine. After all, it's where we get to learn their political opinions.
We went to the Paris Olympics, right? A lot of Christians.
Well, we didn't go to the Paris Olympics. We watched the Paris Olympics.
Right. Was to us a mockery of the Last Supper, right? And that got us a little bit fired up, like, man, they shouldn't do that. And I believe other Christians felt the same way.
Yeah, she seems particularly fixated on the subject of transgender people.
Does this represent T for transgender or a cross that Jesus died on?
I mean, I wasn't thinking about it before, but I am now.
I'm not sure why you're dancing, but have you heard of Yahweh before? You know that's the name of the Almighty God in the Bible. You know that he took on human flesh? He became Jesus Christ. He lived a perfect, sinless life. And he died on the cross for you and me. And we can live in paradise with him. That's why we named our can Tropical Paradise. Anyways, we'll keep teaching about Jesus. All of our cans preach about who he is. So go check them out at drinkyahweh.com.
Is this a deeply held spiritual belief system, or is it just another instance of Christians ripping off other Christians? Because from my perspective, this is all some blasphemous and downright goofy shit. It's an energy drink, for God's sake. The cans are all going to end up in the ocean anyway, and you're still not going to be any more persecuted than you were before drinking this crap. With that being said, the drinks are very tasty, and as much as I could complain about the politics of the creators, what I can't say is that this drink is bad, because that's just not the truth. The Yahweh drinks came with this little Jesus. I know he's the one you can get on Amazon for like $8 for 100. I've seen them all over the place. Kris Jenner keeps them in her purse, actually. Don't ask me how I know that. And I remember seeing one of these in the bathroom in the cancer ward where James got treatment. So I think I'm going to keep him. They didn't know that my atheist ass was going to actually feel something when I saw this. And they took a chance on me by letting me buy their product. But still, that was cute that they put this in. And they were the best tasting drink, so I guess they win. The next drink we're going to talk about is Agape. Founded by Tanner Maddox in 2025, he claims this is the world's first Christian energy drink.
Today is day one of building the first Christian-centered energy drink. A clean energy drink with a Bible verse and artwork on every can. For those who want to drink clean and aren't ashamed of the gospel, take a sip and share the gospel.
They use sucralose and honey. And it's funny because I was on their social media. This old Karen was like, wow, I was going to buy this until I found out about the sucralose. It's going to kill you. That's what's going to kill you with this drink. Agape's first social media post was in September of 2025. Likewise, on Tanner's LinkedIn, he says that he formed the company around that same time. And the Agape drinks came with this special sleeve, but I think what it's supposed to be for is either promotion, an advertisement, or it's like, I'm drinking this Agape, and someone's like, you know, I think God spoke to me that I'm supposed to talk to you because I noticed this drink and I've been down on my luck or whatever. Tanner Maddox founded this company. He's also a young Christian. I did go look. He was a D1 quarterback in college, and he has started many businesses, including a couple of NFTs and other digital subscription-based online venture influencer marketing side hustles. And I may be poking fun at this guy, but I just want to say that he's very competent. He really did launch an energy drink company, and I really did drink the drink.
The best way to describe Agape and how we've went from September where we are to where we're at now, where we're almost the 14th most followed energy drink in the world, and we don't have a product yet, is God has opened every door and he hasn't even allowed me to reach for the handle. That's the best way I can describe it.
Haters might say it's a bad idea to launch an energy drink company without having a product. But what if I told you that I had almost the 14th most followed energy drink brand on social media? Would I be God's favorite then?
We even built an app for a community of believers who want to grow together. Daily devotionals, community chats, prayer warriors, and even Bible trivia. And it's not easy. Yes, you can collect cans and earn points for rewards, but this isn't about an energy drink. It's about making Jesus impossible to ignore in our lives.
It's not just an energy drink, it's a lifestyle brand. Don't you understand?
Because when Jesus is evident in your life, you become a beacon in this world of darkness. Jesus is impossible to ignore in the lives of those he changes. Found an app to join the community.
This is the app. It's literally just the Bible. Like, it's different passages of the Bible. And there's like a chat, but you have to register, and I was not about to register. Yeah, like you can pray for someone or request a prayer, but I'm not giving him any more of my information. He's already got my address. Tanner appeared on this podcast called Bread and Banter, and he said all kinds of crazy shit.
First time I was exposed to pornography, I was 12 years old, right? I remember watching a video on Charlie Kirk.
It's not what it sounds like. It's not what it sounds like. It's not what it sounds like.
We're in a day and age now where we don't value life at conception.
Huh?
I mean, right before I got here, I was with my pastor praying outside of a Planned Parenthood. And look at Andrew Tate. Why did he go viral, right? Is like he was teaching people values, not that all of them align biblically, right?
Clap if you feel safe. Oh.
That is what our country struggles a little bit more with. We're about 65, or claim 65% Christianity. You look at our country, we're demonic through and through, realistically. Like and the Bible says it, that Satan is the ruler of this world. He's the prince of this earth.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You're gonna have a very tough time finding a guy that's godly, right? That's willing to lead you and design the family the way it is. And so I think people are going back to that, nuclear family, right? Where they're starting to see, because, I think people, even whether you're believing God or not, you notice that when, if we all were following God, that you'd see a change in our country that would be good.
Okay, well, your energy drink was the worst tasting of all of them.
I'm having... It's better than Forgiven. I will say that up front.
I disagree. Forgiven is way better.
Forgiven is the next one, and I will say this one had the most flavors. They were sold out, though. I can only get this one. Let's see, what pack did I have? Oh, they have a Bomb Pop flavor! Oh my god. Rocket Rush. Oh, I want that! But the original variety pack sold out, and the original has Gospel Gummy, sour gummy flavored, Possible Pink. Could have done better with the name there. It's strawberry slush flavored, Revival Raspberry, and Heavenly Ice. Mystery Citrus. Mystery! Once again, it's really hard to find information about this business, and the first post that they had on their Instagram was from February 21st of this year, which makes them the youngest drink on this list, even though they are saying that they are the first Christian energy drink. Unless they're saying that they are the first Christian energy drink on Instagram, which would still be false. This one, I cannot find the founder. I suspect there has to be one. They have a very strong social media presence. You see the same people over and over. This blonde who seems very nice. And I have to wonder, is she the founder, or is she just work for them, or what? I really wish they had more information about the founding of the company on their website. And I know that it's probably just going to be, we decided to make a mission-focused energy drink that puts God in everybody's minds and has clean and pure ingredients. Yeah, I know that. They all say that. But like, who founded this company and who did they vote for? I'm looking through the tagged stuff from influencers who are trying to sell this stuff. Oh, she's got the root beer flavor too. She says, I think I found the Chick-fil-A of energy drinks.
I think I just found the Chick-fil-A of energy drinks. This is Forgiven. And what I love most about it is the scripture on every single can.
There it is, folks. That's all this is. This is just Christians trying to have their own thing that already exists and doesn't need to exist. And for what it's worth, Forgiven has been very successful at doing just that. I don't know what their sales numbers look like, but their marketing is immaculate. This energy drink is clearly trying to appeal to hip young Christian girls the same way that Alani is appealing to that same market in the secular energy drink world. Ugh. Talk about a sentence you're not going to find in the Bible. I mean all of this as a compliment to Forgiven, genuinely. And I don't know if they're problematic or not because I don't know anything about this company. They keep it mysterious and light. We're not talking about demons here. No, this is a fun space to relax and do a Bible study with your besties. A place where everything is pastel and the helpmeets are as bubbly and effervescent as the drink itself. If I were a Christian influencer, I would seriously consider applying for the Forgiven Ambassador program. I legitimately think that all the evangelical influencer girlies should get in on this. Morgan, Brittany, Dawn, let's get Bethy involved. The blonde from the Instagram page already looks like a long-lost girl to find sister. Could this drink be considered propaganda in the way that it's marketed to young Christian girls like Evie Magazine? Maybe, but I don't have time to unpack that today. Drink at your own risk. I like it! Is that bad?
No, you can have one. I mean, I'm going to drink one. I'm probably going to mix it with some
There's
stuff.
other flavors. You want to go try the other ones?
Can I make a Shirley Temple with the Shirley Temple?
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, kind of.
And finally, Praise Energy. This is where I would put my Praise Energy if I had one. You know, I had second thoughts on leaving that clip in because I was like, oh my god, people can Photoshop things into my hand if I pose like that. And then I remembered that I already do ads for sex toys, so it is what it is. I just have a feeling this was him getting like really excited about the idea of like energy drink that like serves God. I'm picking on Bryce Crawford in particular because I don't like what he does. He exploits homeless people for content and he fraternizes with the Grand Wizard of the KKK.
All right, guys, we're here in Harrison, Arkansas right now. I'm here with Mr. Thomas Robb, the National Director, Grand Imperial Wizard of the Knights Party of the Ku Klux Klan. And you're here in Harrison. This is a Christian Revival Center. This is where you guys gather and you pastor the church out here, correct?
You're correct on most of that.
Okay, what am I incorrect on?
Oh, first off, it's not Imperial Wizard. That's a term I haven't been used in years. I'm just National Director.
Sorry, I meant to say that he platformed a white supremacist so he could get views on YouTube. Also, I love that they're in this Klan church, but behind them is Roku City.
I wanted to make it Christian because I want people to know we're Christian. I want people to know that we love Jesus. Christian founders, Christian employees that are putting love, intentionality, purpose, zeal, passion behind every drink, every product, every flavor, every formula. I want to use this more than just a product, as a tool to plant seeds and start conversations about Jesus. But furthermore, about the product, I wanted to make a cleaner option on the energy drink market.
Guys, he's really serious about this stuff. He prays over every batch, or at least he did one time, and filmed it. Well, I got all excited for the pre-sale email that dropped today. Just kidding, I wasn't going to buy this stuff, but it doesn't matter anyway because he's still not releasing the drink. He only has the powdered electrolytes and shaker bottle.
Who is praise for? Hydration isn't just for athletes. It's for the people chasing one more try. The ones putting in the work. The ones pushing for one more rep. The ones staying locked in. The competitors. The late night grinders. And the everyday in between. And even in the quiet moments of life. Because hydration isn't about what you do. It's about showing up for whatever you're called to. Praise was made for every day and for everyone.
Word on the street is that there's beef between Tanner Maddox from Agape and Bryce Crawford in Praise because, get this, Tanner's mad because Bryce is claiming to be the first Christian energy drink in the world.
The whole controversy with Bryce Crawford and Drink Praise and how that kind of intertwined with your Agape. People criticize him for the same exact thing. You can't profit off the gospel. But then there was obviously allegations of, oh, well, maybe this was your idea first. Would you be cool sharing a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I had discussions with I met with his manager, months back prior to this, and there was a string of communication, and there wasn't. Then there was praise. I've kind of always just rooted back to the same thing as Paul talks about it, and I can't know their hearts. I can speculate, I can do all those things, but it does no good for anybody.
I hate to break it to you boys, but Yahweh Energy came before even YouTube. Now, to be fair, it was April of 2025 versus September of 2025. But unless one of you is going to produce the paperwork that proves that you definitely filed for the business or came up with the idea or trademarked something before other people, then it really is just your word. And I think Agape already has the advantage anyway, because Bryce Crawford has yet to produce an energy drink. All he has is vibes. He has concepts of an energy drink, which is funny because so do I.
Introducing Blüd Energy. Get bathed in his blood. And now introducing new flavors. Stigmata Strawberry, Passion of the Peach, and Born Again Virgin Pina Colada.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Christina Product, the CEO of Blüd Energy. What's different about Blüd Energy? Well, everything. From the ground up, we are different from every other company because we are the very first Christian energy drink. We're the first ones to be mission-focused, money-centered, and flavor-neutral. And I'm here to answer your customer questions, such as, what are the ingredients? Has the lawsuit been settled? And will I ever get my package? And the answer to all of those questions is no. Who cares if I don't have a product yet? I have a picture of one. Why did I create Blüd Energy? Well, I saw that there was a need in the market for me to create a product that made me money. Why is it spelled like that? It doesn't matter. You're not supposed to pronounce it, okay? It's just supposed to look cool. This is a mission-based wellness lifestyle, free from sugar, artificial dyes, natural dyes, unnatural dyes, demonic dyes, and dyes that haven't made up their mind just yet. Here's what members of our brand ambassador program have to say about it. My favorite part about Blüd Energy is that it's mission-focused and, money-flavored. My favorite part is the QR code. Guys, if you just plug your nose, it's really not that bad.
You can join the Blüd Energy fam by going to fundyfridays.shop right now. We have all sorts of swag to declare your love of money. I mean, God.
In conclusion, the Christian energy drink movement really reeks of fly-by-night cash grab designed to make money off of gullible evangelicals. Now, is that bad? Depends on who you ask. I feel bad for people getting ripped off, but is that what's happening here? This seems consensual. People are choosing to buy this. I chose to buy these. And I'm certainly not invested in the religion. Even if this was idolatry, blasphemy, greed, doesn't bother me. Christians buying these drinks get the feeling of superiority over other people while also increasing their heart rate to sinful levels. And that's their God-given right. This is America. As long as people are recycling their cans, then I don't see anything wrong with it. This was a fun video to make you guys. I hope you like it. I wore some icy blue eyeshadow today to try to cool things down, put us in a cooling mood. I know everyone's dying of heat right now, and it's really horrible. But stay inside and watch Fundy Fridays. It'll all be good. If you want to support us emotionally, please leave a nice comment. If you want to support us financially, we have Patreon and YouTube memberships. They do the exact same thing, except for YouTube, you get fun emojis in the chat. They cost the same amount of money, $1 or $3, just depending on what you're into. If you join, you get access to the Discord, you get a merch discount, you get a playlist of exclusive videos, and all around good vibes. You get to be an official member of the Church of Jennonites, because we do charge money. Just kidding. It's free to be a Jennonite. If you go to fundyfridays.shop, you will see that we have a plethora of wonderful items that you can purchase. T-shirts, stickers, magnets, pins, mugs, hats, posters, everything you could dream of. We have lots of fun stuff that include references to different things like Overweight Sexually Broken Loser, which is a kind of girl-defined throwback, as well as Vampire Hoe and God Loves You in a Gay Way, which are both references to very confusing campus shock evangelist Sister Cindy. And you know, we love to clown on Kirk Cameron and Ray Comfort, so we have the Atheist Nightmare collection.
Notice it has a point at the top for ease of entry. It's just the right shape for the human mouth. It's chewy, easy to digest, and it's even curved toward the face to make the whole process so much easier.
Thank You Michelle, which of course is a reference to the Thank You Michelle video that Vision Forum put out.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle.
Blüd Energy may not be a real energy drink, but the merch sure is. So please check out the many wonderful flavors and merch options that we have for Blüd Energy at fundyfridays.shop. Remember, get bathed in his blood.